Right, this is our Madfish game. So we're keeping track of the scenes, the scores, and we also have a timer for the game. So we both have our Bitmojis functions. And we have a class for the start button, which has these different things for the X and Y's, the width. It can all easily be changed. Right, so I have a function to draw each bubble. Yeah, so that's just how it tells how to draw the bubble. And then I have a variable for the number of bubbles I want on the screen. And I have a bunch of arrays for the bubbles, which keeps track of their X positions, Y positions, and the speed of each bubble, and also the size. And then I have a for loop which runs for each bubble. So it adds a random number to the X positions array. And this just goes on, so it makes sure that there's always 10 bubbles on the screen. So I'm plugging in these random values to the arrays. I have a function to draw this fish right here, the shark. And this function right here draws the pinkfish. Right, so this is our splash screen right here. It's got just all these functions called. As the text and also the start button prototype. So this is our end screen. Just how it looks, right? And this is the number of pinkfish that are on the game screen, and which is going to be 8. And there's going to be one of the redfish or this little shark right here. And we kept arrays. We use arrays to keep the position, the X position, the Y position, keep track of them. We also have an array for the different speeds of each fish and the different sizes. Alright, so this for loop, this is creating all the different pinkfish on the screen. So as long as I is less than 8, then it's going to create another fish on the screen. Alright, and this is the part where I designed the player fish. So I just have the X and Y values set. It starts at the middle of the screen, and I've got variable for the size if I ever want to change it, and the speed. And yeah, so this part it moves up or down or left or right. I have different function for each movement. Okay. This part right here, this pictures that the player stays on the screen with this constraint function. It cannot go off the screen. This just draws the player fish. Right, and our game screen function. So inside it has a for loop to make the bubbles go up the screen, like so. Yep, so the Y position is decreasing. And if the Y position is on top of the screen, then the same bubble is set back to a random Y value at the bottom of the screen. This just calls the orange fish or the player fish, and this just calls the red fish at the X position, Y position. Right, and this for loop is for all the pink fish. So they're called at this X position, Y position, and the fish size, which earlier was set to a random I value between specified numbers. And the X position is moving right according to the move speed number. So if the fish is to the right of the screen, it restarts on the left side. And it also starts at a random Y value on the left side. All right. So this if statement right here, it just checks to see if the pink fish and the player fish are at the same position. Oh, actually, right. This is for the shark. Yeah, so the shark restarts at a random Y position. And if the shark and the player fish are at the same spot, then it switches to the end scene. And this is for the pink fish right here. These if statements. Yeah, so the score increases if the player fish and the pink fish are at the same location. Did a geometry test to test that. And this right here keeps track of the level at the top of the screen. Right, and this right here, this is how I got the arrow keys to work. A couple if statements. This right here is just for our button on the splash screen. And finally, we have a draw function, which just checks and sees what the current scene is and calls either the splash screen, the end screen, or the game screen. And the